hello, and welcome again to Roland's Reviews. Um, I am here. You knew I was coming. There's been a lot taking place, so I'm going to try to do a two-in-one show tonight. Uh, thank you, Arena Uncensored, Blackson. And so I know you are glad to be home from work, just like I am. All right, do me one small favor. As you enter the chat room, if you will hit that like button, I will love it. There we go. Okay. I will definitely love it. And I appreciate you. And we have a lot to unpack tonight. All right. I will do the roll call momentarily. Again, see, Tina, and all of you who may have uh, Facebook or social media, I've explained to you what's going on. I've talked to some other content creators who have, channels, about my size or smaller, and they are experiencing the same thing. So I don't know if they just want us to just quit and give up. I just don't know. Um, so it would help if you can share the content out. If we can bring more people into the conversation, right? Uh, then we can trigger the logarithm and we can just beat them at their own game at what they're trying to do. Okay. Um, so how you doing? All right, we're going to do the roll call. Let's see. We have about 23 people here so far. They're still filling up the room. Do me one small favor and hit that little thumb, if you will. It will be much appreciated. All right. If you'd like for me to call your name during the roll call, all you need to do is say hello or send an emoji. If not, I cannot see um, that you are here. I can just see that people are here. So I will do the roll call. Chubbs, how you doing, love? Chubbs sent me an email. And Chubbs, I was definitely going to do an email on, a video on this because I watched Trump's entire speech, and they're always calling people deplorables. They all acted horribly. OMG, and they wonder why they can't win elections. Ha! I just dropped the first truth bomb. Isaiah, how you doing, love? Love you too. Doreen, how are you? Blessings to you as well. Mayor, Tina, Baldwin Birds, Carla, all of you. I am so glad you are here. We have a lot to unpack. You know, I will definitely give you my review. So, what we're going to do, look at the title. Sanctuary city mayors grilled by Congress spent billions on migrants and, of course, nothing on Americans. Where's the lie, folks? Tell me where the lie is, and I'll correct. I'll change the title. Okay, maybe I misspoke. All right, folks. How you doing, Robert Butler? Uh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Robert. They have got to get rid of that guy. He has been the worst thing ever that's happened to Chicago. Um, so that's good. They've got to get him out of there. He has just destroyed a once beautiful city. All right. So, how many of you, I'd like to know before we get started, how many of you have actually, how you doing, Gary? Blessings to you as well. Lamont, how are you? I want to know how many of you actually watched the hearings. Oh my God, it was shots fired all day long, and I absolutely loved it. Brandon Johnson was, he, as usual, we've had Prosperity on here. I've showed you clips of him. Prosperity has clips of him on her channel, and he never answers questions. And as you can see, he had a script he was following, and he would not, he wouldn't leave it. And so Lamont did good. Doreen, Mayor, Chubbs, yeah, I love it. And it's all blowing up in their face. And again, let's hope and pray the Democrats keep this up. They will never, ever win another election. And that will be good for you. That will be good for me. That will be good for America. All right. Gary did. Oh my God. Lamont said, I'm excellent. And I watched all 6 hours and 32. That was time well spent. Yes. So I'm just going to show you. I'm not going to show all of it. Obviously, I can't. We're not going to be here for 6 hours. But I do have a few mashups here I wanted to share. And every time that they jumped on Brandon Johnson, I was like, yeah. I was like, Robert says, why did Michelle Wu bring her baby to the hero? Why didn't she leave the baby at home and have somebody to watch the kid? Robert, they would rather be anywhere else but in Washington answering for what should be called crimes against America. That's what should be happening. I wanted them to call the bailiff and lock him up, Lamont. It's a wonderful time to be alive. Lamont, everything that they've done to Americans, it's all coming back. It's blowing up in their face. The Democrats have imploded. They don't have a leader. I love this for everything they did to us, the American people. It couldn't have happened to better people. Doreen said she was nursing. Okay, that's why. Okay. Doreen answered the question there. Okay. I have nothing for Michelle Wu because she's also all about that Democratic right agenda. What about the people who put you there, lady? So they all singing the same song. Mayor, he couldn't answer the amount of money. Mayor, okay, all of you who've been here for a while. Mayor, I'm glad you said that because you beat me to the punch. Mayor, you have been here. I've done several videos on the illegals in Chicago and other places and the billions of dollars that have been spent. Now, me, a layperson, if I have given you statistics on the billions of dollars that have been spent in Chicago, newsflash. Why is Brandon Johnson up there lying and playing in those people's faces? Someone explain it to me. All of a sudden you don't know. Excuse me, ma'am, sir. I know. I've done videos on it. Someone tell Congress to give me a call. I'll give them the stats. No problem. So he's up there playing games. Oh my God, I hope they can find some crimes on that guy. I am so done with him. Democrat robot. Yes, exactly. Democrats are self-centered. Yes, they are. Yes, he's a liar. And I was just like, look at these people. They are crashing out for the Democrats. Hit the like button for me, folks. Chubbs, Doreen, Mayor, Tina, Carla, Gary, Robert, share this on Facebook, love. Any of you who have Truth Social, please share this. Again, I'm having to try and trigger the YouTube logarithm. They are not sharing my video, so I think I'm being shadow banned again. It's so disheartening. We put so much time, most of us put a lot of time and effort into making this, doing this content. And then, for YouTube YT to just share it with 200 or 300 people, that is really sad. So anyway, yeah, this is what's going on. And so I have I'm going to show several short clips to you. Again, I can't show it all. It's 6 hours. I loved it. I just watched the sound bites and I was like, oh my God. All right, so let's watch this one here, this clip.
Mr. Chairman, all of the mayors here today are actively working to harm the American people you represent.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Did you hear what that woman just said? That's all they've been doing is harming people. Those of you who've been on the channel, we've been saying that. Yes, that's exactly what they've done. The Democrats. Oh my God.
Represent. You all have blood on your hands.
Did you hear that statement? Did you hear the second statement? Yes, they have blood on their hands, but they don't give a care. We're Americans. It's all about the foreign nationals. Those are the only people they do for. Those are the only people that they care for. Someone tell me in the comment section I'm wrong. So everything we've been saying, and listen, I watched another content creator, and if you've been here for a while, since I've been talking about this illegal immigration situation, I told you, if you remember me telling you this, please type a 1 in the comment section. I told you that we, the American people, are being discriminated against by the Democratic Party, and we need to file lawsuits. If you heard me say that, type 1 in the comment section. I was watching another content creator today. He said the same thing, and he has, oh my God, over a million subscribers. Look at me. I have 13,000. I've been saying that. Lamont said, you are meant to mention that. Yes, Lucius, I've been saying that. It's not fair. You take our money and you give it to foreign nationals. They come over here. They rob us. They steal from us. They SA us. Nothing happens. How you doing? Cal said, okay, Florida. And so when I heard that, I said, wait a minute. I said that a long time ago. So where are all these lawyers? Lamont, Doreen, Florida. Okay, Florida, I'll get you later, dear. I'm there. How you doing, Florida? I love you, dear. If you or Florida, if me or you goes out and commits a crime and the U.S. Marshals are looking for us, guess what? The local police are going to come to our homes and arrest us and have us waiting in the jail. They won't do that to illegals that have SA, that have unalived Americans. No. We're not helping you. That's discrimination. Okay, Florida. Thank you, C. Ramirez. C. Ramirez. Get her, C. Ramirez. Thank you, love. Is that not discrimination? Isn't that the definition of discrimination? And all of the Americans that are homeless, all of the Americans that are starving. You brought illegals over here. You did nothing for Americans that are starving, that are homeless. Is that discrimination or not? Someone type it in the comment section. Maybe I'm slow and I don't understand how things operate. Lamont typed a 1. That's a 1. Thank you, C. Ramirez. We're going to have to censor Florida. That's what the Democrats want to do anyway. They want to censor us. Mayor, special treatment. I thought the Democratic Party was all about DEI and affirmative action. Well, yes, as long as it's not American people. You have to be a foreign national. I just dropped another truth bomb. Someone tell me I am wrong. If I'm wrong, I will say, I'm so sorry. I made a mistake. Someone tell me. How you doing, Monique? Monique, yes, veterans. C. Ramirez, I would never say anything like that. I just share. Thank you, C. Ramirez. We're going to get Florida straight. Don't you worry. We'll get her before we get off of here, love. Thank you. I love you both. Thank you for all your help and for sharing the content. Tina said, yes, ma'am, you're absolutely correct. Tina, the Democrats, we're the party of diversity and equity and inclusion. But you discriminate against Americans. Make it make sense. Florida's being bad today. I mean, again, Gary said it. That is discriminate. Gary, does that make sense to you? They do for everyone except American citizens. They roll out the red carpet. We get nothing. And it's our tax money. Doreen. I said it, Doreen. I would not lie to you. Go back and look at some of my old videos. When I first started talking about this illegal crisis, I said we need to file a class action lawsuit. Anyone here who remembers me saying that, please type a 1 in the comment section. Please. I said it, Doreen. Were you here when I said it? Class action. Where are all of these attorneys? Every time a black man is shot by the police, they chase him down. Where are they now? Where are they when the American people have been discriminated against? They're nowhere to be found. Thank you, Baldwinburg. Sharice was here. Doreen, Monique. Yes. Doreen, I said that. Go back. You know I wouldn't sit here and lie to you because all you have to do is go back and look at the videos and you will see what I'm telling you. Chubbs, I watched those lying mayors try to justify their actions over their sanctuary cities, which they have ruined. Trump needs to get, hey, I told you, he needs to get rid of it. 100%. Let's listen to the rest of this crap. But I love the lady that's talking. She's laying it out.
I'm going to ask a series of yes or no questions today. And I would like to remind all of you, you are under oath. I only want a yes or no to my questions. My first question, do you acknowledge breaking into our country as a crime? Mayor Adams, yes or no? Do you acknowledge breaking into our country as a crime?
I acknowledge.
Yes or no?
I acknowledge.
Okay, Honorable Johnson, he's not going to answer the question. Yes or no? Is breaking?
They are not playing with them. I loved it. They are not hemming and hawing. Yes or no? If you try to do more than that, she shuts you down. I love this. Oh, yes. I love this.
Into our country against the law. Yes or no?
Depends how you cross the border.
Okay,
No.
Mayor Johnson, yes or no?
Comprehensive
Oh!
immigration
Okay, that's not an
reform
answer.
policies
Mayor
are what's
Wu?
necessary in this
Mayor Wu,
moment.
do you have a better answer than these gentlemen before you? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, do you believe it's acceptable for illegals who commit heinous crimes be released back into the public instead of being detained and deported? Mayor Adams, yes or no?
Anyone break a crime?
Yes or no? This is not hard. Yes or no?
Anyone who break a crime should be detained.
Okay, Mayor, yes or no?
They should be deported.
Okay, Mayor,
Any individual
yes
that
or
causes
no?
harm
Yes or
and
no?
breaks
Okay,
the
Mayor
law
Wu,
should be held
this is
accountable.
why you have 6% approval rating because you suck. at this.
Oh, shots fired. She said, this is why you have a 6% approval. That's a 3 a truth bomb. That's 1, 2. Ma'am, you have to get another one. I love this. Oh my God. Nancy Mace is a savage. Yes. I love that. She is savage. And I don't mean like Megan Thee Stallion. Savage, bougie, ratchet. Oh my God. She tore them up. I mean, folks, it was shots fired for 6+ hours. Byron Donalds didn't play with these people. And they came in and they know these people are full of crap. That's why they're not playing with them. Mayor's laughing. Oh my God. This, and I haven't looked at the full 6 hours, but you best believe I will. This was good. This was good. All right, here we go.
Mayor Wu, yes or no?
Anyone who's a public safety threat should be prosecuted.
All right, I have my next question. When an illegal alien rapes a woman, do you believe you're on the right side of history? Mayor Adams, yes or no?
Can we say that question again?
Okay, Mayor Johnston. When a legal alien rapes a woman, do you believe you're on the right side of history? Yes or no?
I will charge and prosecute them.
Yes or no? Okay, well, okay. You said you would go to jail, didn't you?
I will
For
charge and
harboring illegal
prosecute them.
aliens or something, Mayor Johnson?
Could you repeat your question, please?
When an illegal alien rapes a woman, do you believe you're on the right side of history?
Could you clarify that question?
Okay, Mayor Wu, yes or no?
No, rape is obviously
Then
horrible.
why are you letting rapists back out onto the streets of Boston?
That is
And as you can see, folks, she's not mincing words with these people. She knows they're full of crap. All right. And the American people who voted for the Democrats, this is what you voted for. And this lady is exposing it. That's why she's not playing games with these people. Right. She knows that they're full of crap, just like we know. And I love this. Oh, my God. Chubbs, notice how Satan's mayors can't even answer yes or no to the question. They are pure evil. And we know why, because of that dollar bill. Chubbs, you get a truth bomb. You're right. Tina, I'm a huge fan. Tina, I didn't know she was this savage. She is savage. Baldwin, notice how they're trying to avoid answer. They're not answering it. They're going all around the mulberry bush. Yes, Baldwin, they know if it comes out of their mouth, and you come on now. Now, let me say this, people. Let me say this before we play the video some more. We know before they went up. Now, you know they were instructed. They're puppets. They're puppets for the Democratic Party. They were instructed as to what they can and cannot say. So that's why they're looking so stupid up here now. Have you noticed the Democrats have been looking stupid all of 2025? Have you? I've noticed that. And God knows if you watched Trump's speech the other night, did you see how they all acted like children? Nancy Pelosi looked like she needed to go find a bottle to get a drink. She looked like she was just about to die. They were disrespectful, and they're always calling us deplorable. Did you see that behavior? So I'm tying that in with this because they're nuts. They're all nuts. Robert, I want to see Tom Holman. Where is it? Grill Michelle Wu. Oh my God. Yes. Boss Chick, how you doing, love? So let's play this. I am loving it. Yeah, I gotta watch the whole thing. Here we go.
Is not true. That is
Okay.
not what's happening in
When
Boston.
an illegal alien molests a kid, molests an underage kid, do you pat yourself on the back for being compassionate, Mayor Adams?
It's despicable, and he should be arrested.
Mayor Johnson?
Prosecute folks that commit crimes like that.
You guys let him out on the streets. Mayor Johnson?
We arrest violent criminals in the city of Chicago.
Mayor Wu?
We investigate, arrest, and prosecute.
That's lying.
You guys don't sound very confident today. Would your city honor an ICE detainer on an illegal alien who rapes kids if one was issued today? Mayor Adams? Yes or no?
In conformance with law, we will honor detainers.
Mayor Johnson?
If there's a criminal warrant, we'll help them pick them up. If there's no criminal warrant, we'll honor a notification request.
Now remember, this is the same guy, so they know if they're not at liberty to say what they want to say, which is no, we would not. We've heard all of these people say that they weren't going to help ICE, and those people are citizens of their city. Now tell me I'm wrong. Lamont, she came for blood. She came for veins, arteries. She came for the whole thing. She was rough. How you doing, Kevin? These people have no regard for human life. Politics over people is their mantra. Kevin, yes, welcome to the channel, love. Hit the like button if you're enjoying this content, and share this on your various forms of social media. I'd love to get 100 people in here talking about this. This is an excellent topic, folks. Here we go.
Mayor Johnson?
Criminal warrants, we always cooperate with federal agents with a criminal warrant.
Mayor Wu?
Get a criminal warrant, we will enforce.
A criminal warrant. I'm talking about an ICE detainer on an individual who's here illegal who rapes kids. Do you all hate Donald Trump more than you love your country, Mayor Adams?
I respect my president. I respect my
Yes or
country.
no?
How many times does she have to tell these people? So they're all slow. Maybe they need a special education. Maybe they need someone to sit there and help them. She has continually said, if answer yes or answer no. Thank you for Tina said Nancy Mace is an SA survivor herself, so she stands up for the women. And yeah, so that's why she's a beast. I love it.
And
You're
I'm
having the
pushing
hardest time
my
today.
Senate.
Mayor Johnston?
I love my country.
Yes or no?
I love my
Okay.
country.
Mayor Johnson?
As the son of a pastor, I love everyone and this country.
That's a lie. You've done nothing but destroy this country. And to be more specific, the city of Chicago.
Mayor Wu?
I love my country and my city.
Do you all, are you all willing to go to jail for violating federal law, Mayor Adams?
I'm not going to violate federal law, so I don't have to worry about that.
Mayor Johnston?
We don't violate federal law either.
You don't violate federal law.
We do not violate federal
Is it
law.
violating federal law if you don't honor detainer requests from ICE?
Absolutely not. In fact, the statute Congressman Biggs shared, we explicitly follow. The statute says you cannot prohibit city employees from sharing information about someone's status with the government. We do not prohibit that.
Do you love
You all know what that bum said. So now he said, how you doing, Jesse? So all of these people are up there trying to save face because she's making, and you know, she's not mincing words. She's making them look very bad, and she's not saying a heck of a lot. So what? Type in the comment section, folks, what your thoughts are. Oh my, lock him up. Yes, lock him up.
illegal aliens more than you love your fellow countrymen?
I love all the residents of the city and county.
Mayor Johnston, are you willing to go to jail for violating federal law?
The city of Chicago complies with all laws.
Oh, I highly doubt that. Mayor Will.
Oh, woo! God, I can watch this all day. Oh my God.
We are not violating federal law.
Mayor Wu, I have a last couple questions for you. Do you believe that ICE arresting a child rapist, quote, threatens everyone's safety, end quote? Yes or no?
No.
Does ICE arresting a murderous MS-13 gang member threaten everyone's safety? Yes or no?
No.
I would like to hold up this quote of you where you say ICE's efforts actually threaten the safety of everyone, end quote, Boston Mayor Michelle Wu. You're a hypocrite. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I yield back.
Oh, shots fired. Oh my God. OMG. Charles, how you do? If you're enjoying this content, I am loving it. If you are enjoying it, share it. And you know how I feel about it. I need for you to tell me what your thoughts are. I'm telling you, she tore them all up. And as you can see, she's not using a heck of a lot of words. OMG. I love this. So we're going to go back. And I'm just going to share. I can't share obviously all of it. I'm going to share little snippets because the whole time Johnson, again, he did not get off script. And as we can see, it was over 6 hours. Ken said, I'm enjoying it. Love it. About time. Yes. They think that Nancy Mace was nasty. Just think of Miss Jackson. Oh my God, Robert, she'd eat him up. Yeah, because and she'd probably be cursing at them too. Miss Mace, like I said, she didn't say a lot of words. All right. All right, so we just looked at that. There are so many. All right, let me go and show you. Okay, let's see. And just as I'm looking for the next clip, like I said, tell me your thoughts and your concerns down in the comment section. I missed this. So thank you. Oh yeah, Miss Tina. Yes, honey. We have waited for this a long time. And let me show you Byron Donalds. Oh my God, he was kind of savage, too. They are not playing with these people. They know that they are full of doo-doo. Here we go. All right, let's listen to this one. So, like I said, Byron Donalds, I didn't know he had it in him. He was going after them too.
Florida.
Thank you, Chairman. This is my third term on the Oversight Committee. We've been talking about illegal immigration and oversight the entire time. I remember we had a group of this committee that went down to the El Paso section of the border. This was back in February, March of 2021. And during that time period, we were at one of the holding centers, and there were these buses that were coming to the detention facility, and they were picking up 30 kids, 50 kids at random, walking out of the facility. And when I went over to question the bus driver that was transporting these kids, border agents told me as a member of Congress that you're not allowed to question the bus driver. And of course, people knowing me, I didn't take no for an answer. And I repeated the question. And I was told that this bus of children was leaving El Paso and going to San Diego. And so what was occurring under the Biden administration is that they were busing unaccompanied minors all across the United States for one reason and one reason only. And that was because they did not want the press to see the pictures of kids in cages. They did not want to see our borders being overrun. They wanted to disperse that problem all through the United States. That is the reckless history of illegal immigration under Joe Biden and the Democrat Party. Mayor Johnston of Denver, you lamented earlier that there were 10 to 11 buses coming per day to your city. Did you ever talk to Joe Biden about why this was happening to your community?
Thank you, Congressman. I both reached out to Governor Abbott from Texas. He didn't respond, and I did.
Why would you reach out to Governor Abbott of Texas when it is Joe Biden, the former commander-in-chief, that opened up our borders?
Yes.
Why didn't you talk to him?
Well,
Right.
our buses directly were being sent from Governor Abbott in Texas. So that was why we reached out to say, we're happy to collaborate on a coordinated entry system. We understand no one state or no one city should bear the entire brunt of this, but let's collaborate. But I did.
So I'm glad
communicate
you said that, because that brings me to my next point.
Yeah.
Governor Abbott and Governor DeSantis, when they started moving illegal aliens out of their states who were bearing the brunt of what Joe Biden and Kamala Harris were doing,
Yep.
and they've sent them to Denver, they sent them to Chicago, they sent them to New York, they sent them to Martha's Vineyard. The reason why they did that is because you four could hide behind the realities of illegal immigration on border towns all through our country and on cities and states who did not want to see illegal immigration, but did not have the political representation to go to the White House. And only when it showed up on your doorstep did you get upset. Mayor Johnston, coming back to you, how much did your city spend on illegal immigration? Do you have a round number?
Over the last couple of years on all newcomers, whatever their status was, it's around 79 million since 2022.
79 million. Mayor Johnson, Chicago. How much has the city of Chicago spent on illegal immigration?
If you're referring to the 2022 up to 2024 of the buses coming from Texas, roughly the same percentage of the state of Texas, about 1% of our overall budget.
What is that? Because I don't have the city's budget in front of me. Numbers.
It's 1%. And if you want the actual calculation, we can make sure someone.
You're the mayor. You don't have the math in front of you.
It's 1% of the overall budget over the
All
last
right, that's
4
why
years,
you're a failing
which
mayor.
is
Mayor
the same
Adams,
number that
how
was
much did
sent
the city
from
of
us.
New York
from the-
actually?
And again, those of you just coming in, hit the like button for me. If you've seen my older videos on this illegal migrant situation, I gave you stats. I gave you the billions of dollars that they were spending. Now, me, a lay person, I have access to how much money that he spent on the illegals in Chicago, but he doesn't, and he's the mayor. Make it make sense, people. I'm just saying, how do I don't even live in Chicago. How do I gain access? How did I gain the access to the statistics of the billions of dollars he spent, but he can't get it? Somebody tell me, because I'm a little bit slow and I don't understand how things operate. Someone tell me. Yeah, I've never, Byron was ready. Oh my God. Miss Prosperity, how you doing, love? Someone tell me. So Byron, I think the reason he's talking like this, he knows this guy is full of junk, and he knows that's why that guy, he knows he's saying that, and he knows he's lying. Come on, folks. I know, but the mayor doesn't know. Make it make sense. All right, here we go. I'm going to start it back up. Hit the like button and also share this on your Facebook or Truth Social page, folks. We're having a good conversation here. Here we go.
Actually spend
of
on
Texas.
illegal immigration. Mayor Johnson, I already asked you, you don't have a hard number. And if you don't have a hard number, you're not running your city well. Mayor Adams, how much did the city of New York actually spend on illegal immigration?
6.9 billion of taxpayers.
$6.9 billion of taxpayer money on a problem that was fostered on the American people. Mayor Wu, in the city of Boston, how much did you spend?
We don't ask about immigration status and delivering city
You don't
services,
ask
so we
about how
don't
much
have
money
that
the city
number.
of Boston has spent on illegal immigration.
We
Are you
don't
out of your
distinguish
mind?
between immigration status.
Do you
as
manage
part
your
of our
budget
city
or not,
policies.
Mayor Wu?
That is how we keep
Mayor
our city
Wu,
safe.
do you manage
We
your
have
budget
the
or not?
numbers to prove it. I manage my budget. I have a AAA bond rating dating back 10 years.
So to the city of
budget.
Boston, just understand that your mayor does not care how much of your resources she has spent on people who are not citizens
The city
of
of Boston
the city of
is
Boston.
sick of having people
reclaiming my
outside
time.
Boston
Mr.
telling
Bear,
us what
Mr.
we
Bear, I have
need.
a question for you because I understand Cato's perspective when it comes to illegal immigration. I understand that the Cato Institute for a long time has had a standard of actually having open immigration into the United States. Generally speaking, I don't want to get into specifics.
We support legal immigration. We want immigration to be legal.
Let me ask you this question, because one of the great libertarians of the modern era, Milton Friedman, famously said, you can either have open borders or a welfare state, but you have to choose. Mr. Beer, what do you choose?
Milton Friedman said he wanted to allow illegal immigration to continue. I disagree with Milton Friedman's position on that. We should have.
For those that don't know, Milton Friedman, so you know, most of you know I'm an avid follower of Dr. Thomas Sowell. And that's who he was up under his tutelage. Okay, so thought I'd share that.
Have legal immigration and build a wall around the welfare state, not around the country. That's in the best interest of taxpayers.
And I would argue that under the current system where you have sanctuary cities popping up, it is not possible to build that wall. So America has to choose. Mr. Beer, you're done. America has to choose between securing our nation or protecting the taxpayer. I choose secure the nation. I yield back.
Gentlemen, you.
Oh, wow. Again. Oh, I mean, you know, they wanted to be anywhere, but how you doing, Kelly? Kelly, he read them the riot act. Oh my God. Oh my God. This has been wonderful. Oh my God. Let me go. Hit the like button for me, please. Kelly, glad you're here. And we're just looking at some small snippets because it was like 6 hours, but I'm trying to show you the ones where they really chopped them up. Prosperity said dismissed. Yes, yes, yes. So I shared that with you. Grill. Let me see. I'm trying to show the little short videos. Meet Tina. I love it. Baldwin. Yes, it's a circus. You'd think Ringling Brothers, Barnum and Bailey Circus was back in business. Let me see. Mm-hmm. All right. So I got to go back because this was. But yeah, this is. They know. When they're telling the people that are questioning them that they don't know, they know, but they know if it comes out of their mouth, it sounds so bad. And again, they have been instructed as to what they can and can't say. And that's just, it is what it is, folks. Okay. So we watched, let me see. The next one that I'll share with you. I mean, it was just. Oh, here's another one for the Denver mayor because he's a son of a gun too. All right, let me get this going here. I mean, they just tore them up. I loved every minute of it. Oh, God knows I did. All right, let me get rid of the commercial. And I'll show you. If you want, I'll share the entire video. You can watch. All right, hold on. Okay, I thought I got rid of it. Okay, here we go.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mayor Johnston, who's Abraham Gonzalez?
Thank you, Congressman. He is a individual that was released from the county jail on Friday in the city and county of Denver.
That's all you know about him?
I do know that he was facing charges that the
Venezuelan gang member arrested by Border Patrol on September 20th, 2023, released into the country by the Biden administration. A few months later, he's arrested in your city, charged with aggravated assault. On March 11th, 2024, he's charged with motor vehicle theft, stole a car. And then on March 20th, 2024, Mr. Gonzalez is charged with felony menacing. 6 days after that last charge, I send you a detainer, which includes an administrative warrant. Basically, it says if you're going to release this bad guy, this gang member who allegedly stole a car, menaced people, and assaulted people, give us a 48-hour heads up. Is that right? Does that refresh your memory?
I do know about the detainer request. I do know that we provided a notification of release.
What kind of notice did you give ICE when you released him?
We gave him notification. I'm not sure how long in
1
advance it
hour.
was. I do know
1
that.
hour.
I do know that
Gave
there
him
were
a 1
six-
hour notice, and you released him 5 days ago, right? Why not give him more heads up? Actually, let's put the slide up. Let's see what it says.
And now all of you who are hearing this, they've been now letting these people know. And AOC, they've been letting, she was out here telling people how to avoid being arrested by ICE. So this is what the Democrats are doing. And this guy is exposing this guy. He's as a liar. Oh, yeah. Monique gets it. There's a reason why Congress chose these 4 mayors. Truth bomb. Yes. James, good to see you. Now listen to this crap.
But let's put the slide up. This is what the Denver Sheriff's Department, it's kind of hard to see, so I'll read it. It says, Denver Sheriff Department, ICE notification being released to the streets.
Whoop.
I simply said, just release him to us. You release him to the streets. Why not?
Did everybody hear that? So he's up there lying, okay? Just like the rest of them. Now, with all the crimes this guy has committed, all they had to do was leave him in jail so ICE could pick him up. No, they let him out on the streets. So something terrible could happen to an American citizen. So this is how Democrats operate. Okay.
Why not release him to ICE?
Thank you. What we've done, and we do this regularly, we've done 1,226 of these, is we notify
I'm
ICE.
asking about one. I'm not asking about the 1,200. I'm asking about Mr. Abraham Gonzalez, who's a gang member from Venezuela, stole a car, assaulted someone. You had him in your custody for how long?
I know that we released
345 days you had him in custody. And I said, hey, can you give us 48 hours heads up?
I don't know.
You gave him 1 hour notice.
Mr. Congressman, we notified them of release. There were 6 ICE agents present when he was released, so they had enough time to respond and to be present.
Respond where?
To the jail where we released him from. So we released him we notified them of the release time. When we notify them of release, they come to the jail facility to pick them up. They're
why
still
didn't you say that's not what you said. You said you release him to the streets. Did you release him to the streets? You release him to ICE?
What we do, sir, is we release him from our county jail and we coordinate with ICE on that release time and release date so that ICE can come and pick them up from that location.
Pick them up where? In the parking lot?
Yes, sir. They're on the facility
Guess
property.
what happened in the parking lot?
I know, sir. I've reviewed the video. So I looked at it. I've talked to the sheriff last night.
One of the ICE officers got assaulted, didn't he?
I've reviewed the video, sir.
Did you hear that? One of the ICE officers was assaulted.
Tased the guy, didn't they?
Would you like me to answer, sir?
No, I'd like you to answer. Did they tase him?
I know that there were 6 officers that had multiple tasers. I saw the
So they had
on
6
video.
officers. If you keep him in the facility and they come in the facility and get him, does it take 6 officers? Probably takes 2, doesn't it?
So we've been doing these, as I mentioned, 1,224 times, 1,226 times. This is the first time I've been made aware of there's been an incident like this. So I reached out to ICE after I saw the video. I've coordinated with their team and offered to sit down and see if there are procedures we can change.
It's a simple
make sure
question.
this works smoothly.
It's a simple question. You can release him in the parking lot, give ICE 1 hour notice, and they got to send 6 officers to arrest this guy. Or you can say, hey, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna hold him. You come in and bring 2 officers in, and you turn him over there. Why not do it that way?
Right.
We have a city ordinance.
You know why you don't do it that way?
We have a city ordinance that
Because you're a
governs.
sanctuary city. This is the whole point.
No, sir, I disagree with you.
Oh, okay.
Because I'll tell you why. What
Now he's getting ready to blow smoke up his rear. We know why. And we know if that guy had been an American citizen, he wouldn't have been released to the parking lot. He would still be in jail waiting for ICE to pick him up. Again, discrimination against Americans. Like I said, like you said earlier. Charles Brewer, yeah, welcome, dear. Jim Jordan, yeah, they all stood on business. Robert, Michelle Wu said that Tom Homan should swear under oath for saying that he's lying about her. Let them do it, but she won't like it. She'll get what she asked for. Yeah, they're not playing with any of these people. So let them stay stuck on stupid. Here we go.
If you talk about sanctuary as a definition of shielding people from law enforcement, we do not do that. What we do is provide services. In this context, what we did is we coordinated the release.
An officer got assaulted because of your policy, which says we're going to release him to, in your words, not mine, to the streets. They have to arrest him in the parking lot. They bring 6 officers when they could have had 1 or 2 just come in your facility, in the jail, and take the guy there. But you won't do it that way.
I've seen the video. I've reached out to
I don't
ICE.
care if
I've
you've seen the
offered to
video. I
sit
know the
down and
facts
coordinate
too.
on strategies. If we need to make adjustments to what we do on releases, we'll do that. This is the first time in the 1,226 releases
You know,
I've
I
heard of
read
an
your
incident,
I read your
so
written
we'll take
testimony
action.
last night. I read your written testimony last night. 4.5 pages, and you used the word safe, safer, or safety 13 times. Talking about my job is to protect the safety of the people in Denver. We
Yeah.
prioritizing making sure everyone in our community is safe. That's a lie, because it was not safer for the ICE agents who are part of your community.
That's
no
right.
way was it safer. The safest thing to do is to say, ICE, we got him in custody. Come here, we're releasing. We held him
Right.
345 days. We can't hold him a second longer. We can't wait for you to come inside the building. We got to let him go. So you have to arrest him in the parking lot. That is how stupid sanctuary policies are and what they mean to the community that you put at risk and to the ICE officers ICE officer who was assaulted. And they had to use a taser on them. It's not good.
Mr. Chairman,
Time, Mr. Chairman.
5
I have
minutes is up.
unanimous consent.
So they are slaying all of these people, and they're all of these Democratic mayors of these sanctuary cities. They're all looking really bad. I mean, they're all looking really stupid. They are. I'm loving it. And let the Democrats keep doing what they're doing. They will never ever win again. And we know the midterms are coming up, 2026. They're going to lose that too. Ramirez. Father, we pray for Jesse Paris woman. We pray you give her the patience and strength she needs to make it through the healing process so she can return to her normal self in the name of Jesus. Thank you, C. Ramirez, for that prayer, dear. Through our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, we pray. Amen. Thank you so much, dear. Discrimination against Americans is a great lawsuit. I totally agree with you with that. Yes, Tina. We don't get these luxuries. You've seen some of the shows like I have, America's Most Wanted and shows similar to that. When the U.S. Marshals are looking for you, the local police pick you up and hold you until they get there. Oh my God. So this is, and see, again, the Democrats don't want to say it because they know, if it's coming out of their mouth, it's going to make them look even worse. And so, to sit up here and they're playing word semantic games as well. So, this is just, oh my God. Look at this guy needs to go away. We got to look at him again. We've got to look at Chicago's mayor again. Let me get rid of the commercial. I mean, they were on him. He's the worst of the worst.
Mr. Chairman, for holding this hearing on such an important topic. Mayor Johnson, I want to start with you. One of your first actions as mayor was establishing a deputy mayor for immigrant, migrant, and refugee rights. I want to ask you a series of questions. If you could answer with a yes or no answer, that'd be great.
Yeah.
First of all, do you support allowing illegal aliens to obtain driver's licenses? Just yes or no?
So the city of Chicago has been a welcoming.
Okay. As you see, he will not get off script. He's been told what to say, folks. Don't get it twisted. So I don't know if they threatened his life. He will not. All of these, they keep saying yes or no. He won't even do that. It's like he's afraid.
In city for over 40 years.
I'll take that as a yes. Next question.
And that's the policy that we will hold to.
Do you support tax dollars subsidizing or paying for the health care of illegal aliens?
I support investments in all residents of the people of Chicago, and that's what I do.
That's a yes as well. Do you support free or reduced college for illegal aliens?
Again, I support the investments of all residents of the people of Chicago.
Yeah.
That is a yes. Next question. Do you support allowing non-citizens to vote in local elections?
Again, I'm not over the jurisdiction of that type of law, but again, I'm committed to investing in all residents of the people
I'll
of Chicago.
take that as a yes. I've got an article from the Chicago Sun-Times, and I'll quote here briefly. Johnson proposed, among other things, that all residents, regardless of citizenship status, be able to vote for Chicago Board of Education members. Next question. Your website states, and this is your campaign website, quote, I will not stop fighting until abortion access is completely secure for people all over the country, end quote. Yes or no, do you support taxpayer-funded abortions for illegal aliens?
I support the reproductive rights of all people, all
Take
women.
that is a yes as well. Your mayoral transition website mentioned support for creating a Chicago Board of Education non-citizen advisory board. Again, yes or no, do you support appointing non-citizens to government advisory boards?
I was invited here today to discuss welcoming
yes
cities.
or no?
I was invited here to discuss welcoming
This
cities.
is a yes or no
If you're
question.
interested in asking me
You're not
questions
gonna
about the
filibuster.
welcoming
I'll
city,
take that as a
I'm
yes.
happy
We're
to
gonna
answer
move
those
on.
questions.
No, we're going to move on. As you know, President Trump, unlike the previous administration, has taken serious action to bring foreign criminal gangs to justice, to take our border back and to restore public safety in our communities. He designated 8 transnational criminal organizations and cartels as foreign terrorist organizations. These are groups like Tren de Aragua, MS-13, Sinaloa, other of some of the most grotesque and ruthless and brutal organizations in the world. You, as mayor of a sanctuary city, have been virtually giving favors to illegal aliens. Apparently, you support an enormous amount of taxpayer resources going to them as well. But you yourself have also received a lot of gifts. And for those of you who don't know, Mayor Johnson has a secret gift room that is not given access to the public or for access to the Office of Inspector General. I'd like to ask you a couple questions about that. Do you know everyone who's given you a gift since you became mayor?
The city of Chicago has had a policy for
That's
40
a
years
yes or no question.
where there are individuals that would
I'll
like to
take-
give
no,
gifts to
I'm
the city of
reclaiming my time.
Chicago,
I'm going to take that as a
and we do
no.
not accept
When
those
did
gifts.
you
We
become
receive
mayor?
them on
No, I'm going to
behalf
reclaim my
of
time
the city
here.
of Chicago.
You're not going to filibuster here. When did you become mayor?
I was elected mayor of the city of Chicago in April of 2023, and I was sworn
Got
in
it. That's
May
good.
15th
On June
of
12th,
2023.
On June 12th, 2023, you received Hugo Boss cufflinks and a personalized Mont Blanc pin. Do you know who gave you those?
So I did not receive those personally. The city of Chicago
You received those on behalf
and
of
that's
the city
right
of
on behalf of
Chicago.
the city of Chicago,
I
every
understand the
mayor
difference.
in the
Do you know
history of
who-
Chicago who has
Do you know who
provided
gave those
gifts
to the city of Chicago? Do you know who gave those to the city of Chicago?
So again, on behalf of the city of Chicago, there
It's
are
a yes
gifts
or no
that are
question.
received,
Do
but I
you?
do not
Do you-
accept. Those are not
Do you
my
don't-
personal
do you
gifts.
don't know?
Those are the gifts of the city of
On March
Chicago,
18th,
and that's why you are aware
2024,
that they exist because they're
reclaim
within
my
the law.
time here, sir. On March 18th, 2024, you received a Gucci tote bag. Do you know who gave you that? Gave the city of Chicago that?
Again, I was here and I was invited
I'll also
to
take that as
respond
no.
to the
On March
questions
19th,
around
2024,
welcoming
the
city. I'm
city of
happy to answer
Chicago
any of those
received a
questions.
Givenchy bag, a Kate Spade purse, and Carucci shoes. Do you know who gave the city of Chicago those?
Again, I was brought.
I'll
I
take
brought
that
my
as a no.
energy
I'm
here
reclaiming my
to
time
respond
here, sir. I am
on behalf of the
reclaiming
city
my
of Chicago of
This
what a welcoming
raises
city
serious
ordinance is.
ethical concerns. You're providing an enormous amount of aid to illegal aliens, aiding and abetting criminals who have come into our country illegally. And you yourself are receiving an enormous amount of gifts, and you won't even tell us who they're coming
Mr.
from. That
Chairman,
raises
time is up.
serious ethical
We have a
concerns.
5-minute rule.
Woo! Oh my God. I can watch this stuff. Yes, lock him up. Kelly's laughing. Gucci tote bag. 80,000 to remodel his wife's office. Does she use it? That's the question, Mayor. Oh my God. You can't make this stuff up. He looks like a gibbering idiot. Okay, let's see. Where are we here? There's another one I can share. Where is it? Let me see. Did we watch this one? I got to make sure we didn't watch this one yet. Yeah, we have not. Here's one that we can watch. Okay. Oh, this is, if you're enjoying this content, type a 1 in the comments. Say, I'm loving it.
Thank you, Chairman. Thank you, witnesses, for being here. You know, we are indeed a nation of immigrants. I have to look no further than my own children, who are the inheritance of both my ancestors who got here in the 1600s with William Penn, or my wife who got here when we got married. I think that's really what this nation is about. But you are not here today because of legal immigration. You are here because of illegal migrants who have been sent to our country. In your opening statements, there was a deft linguistic shell game that you played to try to conflate legal immigration with people who are coming here illegally. And we're savvy to that. You are here because each of you, with the exception of Mr. Adams, have said in some form or fashion that you will not honor ICE detainers. In other words, that when you have people in custody and ICE says, we need to come arrest that person because they're here illegally, that we will not honor that. That's why you're here. No one's asking you to go round up criminal aliens. We are asking you to take people who are already in your custody and hand them over to legal federal law enforcement. Now, what this does is it saves U.S. taxpayer money. It keeps from a greater presence of ICE and federal law enforcement in your communities, because if you're releasing them, it takes more people, as Chairman Jordan mentioned, to go in and to re-arrest that person, and it puts the lives of law enforcement in danger. This used to be a bipartisan issue. As a matter of fact, groups like the Cato Institute called President Obama the deporter-in-chief. And Mr. Chairman, I'd like to submit for the record a Cato article that said President Obama, deporter-in-chief, is the title of it. So why we have to ask is suddenly the left not embracing policies that Obama supported.
That's right.
We can look to last night, where it seems to be Trump derangement syndrome, where the left could not seem to applaud kids fighting cancer, a first lady, an accomplished immigrant in her own right, where traditionally we have applauded and recognized and honored the families for their sacrifice. Many of them are, this is the president's issue, and they're kind of along for the ride. It was odd, I thought, that they applauded sending more money to the Ukraine, but not peace for Ukraine. And so it brings us back to why we're here and why this is a partisan issue all of a sudden. It boggles the mind. Now, Mayor Johnson, you seem to want to talk about Texas. So I'm from Texas. Let's talk about Texas. First of all, have you been to the southern border?
I've been to Texas, but I have not been exactly to the southern border.
Okay. You seem to talk about Governor Abbott and sending buses to your city. Now, I can understand the concern with that, but I will also let you know that Texas did not ask for the Biden administration to open the borders and send an exponential amount of people that have affected your city into our state. And you should know that no one forced them to go to your city. The reason they selected your city is because you have said it's a sanctuary city. Everyone was asked where they wanted to go before they got on the bus. No one asked them to get on or told them, forced them to get on the bus. They did it of their own free will, and they were sent to your city because of your stated claim to be a sanctuary city. Now, one thing I could tell you, having toured the facilities, is that I've been to those facilities under the Biden administration where there was a map on the wall, and you could see the migrants kind of pointing out which city they wanted to go to. And I can also tell you, from having been through the immigration process with my wife, there's a difference between people coming here legally and then people who are, when I've been at the ceremony where the people are crying with tears as they take the oath of citizenship to come to this country, is far different than people coming across our border, waving the flags, not trying to assimilate into the United States culture, and sometimes bringing crime into our communities. This is an issue. Now, each mayor, I want to ask you, one of the issues recently is how much FEMA dollars have gone to support migrants and hotel rooms in your communities. Mayor Adams, do you know how many FEMA dollars is spent in your city?
$80 million, and I've been to the border and I saw those maps pointing to New York.
Thank you. Mayor Johnston?
Thank you, Congressman. I know we do have some federal dollars. I have to get back to you on the exact amount.
It's roughly 32 million. Mayor, 38 million. Mayor Johnson?
I don't have the exact numbers.
It's 32 million.
I don't have the number. I'd love to know.
29 million. So
now they knew they were going to be asked all of these questions in reference to them being a sanctuary city, money that's, they've spent on illegals. But they're like, okay, let me liken this to my students coming to class without their classwork, their homework. They knew what would be required of them. And This is a cop out. Oh, I don't know. Come on, guys. Tina, it is a blessing. They are every time, everything that they are doing is blowing up in their face and they're just looking bad. And I love it. But this is astounding. You knew what these discussions were going to be about, but you came totally unprepared. How you doing, U.S. Army? Oh my God.
Understandably, citizens are concerned about that, their taxpayer dollars that are supposed to be going to disaster relief for them and their communities going to illegal aliens. Do you agree, each of you, yes or no question, I have a couple seconds. Do you recognize that it is against the law to harbor criminal aliens?
Gentlemen, time's expired, but please answer the question, Mayor Adams.
Yes, reading federal law, correct.
I do recognize that, and we do not do that.
The city of Chicago does not harbor criminals.
Yes, we follow the laws.
They're lying through their teeth. Hi, U.S. Army. Thank you for your service, sir. Mayor, yesterday with Trump's speech was a spiritual warfare. Mayor, that was awful, the way they acted. And they were sitting there holding up those signs. Woo! I cannot. Here's another. Yeah, I could show you even more. Yes or no? They will not. Oh my God. And here's another. She had to get them too. So here's another. Oh my God. These people are crazy.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mayor Mike Johnston, I hope we could start off on a level field of agreement here. So in your testimony, you said that locals were asking Denver, what will you do? When they saw 10 to 11 buses coming in a day and 42,000 illegal aliens entering their city. Denver, what will you do?
And don't forget, I did a video on the Denver migrant crisis several months ago. I mean, it's so bad. They bankrupted Denver's healthcare system. Okay. They bankrupted it. And a lot of the women who came over from the border were pregnant. And, of course, they're going to go to the hospitals, so you know how that goes. But yeah, so let's listen to this.
And in a Fox 31 interview in January, you blamed state law for not allowing the city of Denver to coordinate with ICE, resulting in Denver being a sanctuary city, saying, quote, the whole state is bound by our state law in this, which is pretty consistent in some of these practices, like everywhere in the state. We don't honor ICE detainers, end quote. I've demanded Governor Jared Polis and the Colorado State Legislature to repeal them. Douglas County has led on a lawsuit to get those laws repealed. So, Mr. Mayor, would you join me today in calling and demanding that these sanctuary policies, these Colorado state laws, be repealed?
Thank you, Congresswoman.
Yes or no, Mr. Mayor?
Pardon?
Yes or no? Will you join me?
I do not believe the detainer law needs to be changed. So I can tell you what Denver
Okay, so
does
you
right now.
don't want them to coordinate with ICE, but yet you're blaming the state of Colorado for those policies. It's a statewide law. It's not a Denver law. And you're blaming the state of Colorado for the law, yet you will not call for that law to be repealed. Correct? Yes or no?
We do coordinate with ICE presently. I'm happy to tell you what we do on that. So we've honored detainer requests more than 1,226 times over the last
What about
years.
before? What about before a warrant? There are many issues before a warrant.
Yep.
So if what happens is if ICE has sends us a detainer request,
Well, you have local law enforcement officers, Mr. Mayor, who are unable to coordinate with ICE to even get the initial warrant. They aren't allowed to tell them that they are illegal aliens. So unfortunately, you won't join me in asking for this law, demanding that this law be repealed. So let's keep going. In 2017, Denver passed an ordinance that ensured any city employee who spoke with federal immigration authorities would be fired, among other policies that have led to local and national media outlets to call Denver a sanctuary city.
Did you hear that? So he's saying one thing, but she has everything right there in front of her. Anyone who tries to work with ICE will be fired. Okay.
So now let me ask you, would a city employee be fired for communicating with anyone from the EPA?
Right now, Congresswoman, our policies, we don't ask people's status. when
Would
they come
any
into
city
contact with
employee be
any-
fired for communicating and coordinating, talking with an agent from the EPA, a federal employee?
Not to my knowledge, Congresswoman.
What about Health and Human Services? Would they get fired for talking with someone from Health and Human Services?
Not to my knowledge, Congresswoman.
So they would only be fired for talking to federal law enforcement officers.
No, that's incorrect, Congresswoman.
This is
Our
an ordinance
city employees do, in
Denver
fact,
passed in 2017, Mr. Mayor.
our city employees do, in fact, communicate with ICE. We do coordinate on multiple things with ICE. For instance, if there is a violent criminal warrant in the city, we
No,
pursue that
we're
warrant
talking
together.
before the warrants, Mr. Mayor. There are issues happening before warrants are issued, and local law enforcement officers are unable to coordinate because there is no warrant. And your ordinance says that a city employee would be fired for communicating with federal law enforcement. So you've been mayor for 600 days. Have you ever called for that ordinance to be repealed?
We are not unable to coordinate with ICE right now. We're in communication with ICE right now.
Only if
about-
there is a warrant, but I'm talking prior to the warrant.
We wouldn't have a reason to coordinate.
Because you
prior
don't know
to
if they're illegal, because you are unable to coordinate until there is a warrant. So that's why this ordinance needs to be repealed. So now the 600 days, there's been no time to ask for this to be repealed. You did have a newcomer's playbook, 25 pages. You had time to put that together. And you had time to agree with the city council to authorize up to $2 million to pay Joe Biden's former lawyer, his law firm, to help cover your ass for Denver's sanctuary city policies for this hearing, correct?
Thank you, Congresswoman. We have counsel.
Did you authorize that spending?
We have counsel to support this committee's investigation of any documents you may have. That is a year-long contract for 13,000 city employees.
And your budget
you may
is
request documents from.
seriously declining. Denver Magazine reported that Denver has spent $7.5 million on shipping illegal aliens to other destinations. Mayor Adams, did Mayor Johnston ever coordinate with you and tell you that he was shipping illegal aliens to your city?
We coordinated in communication around the entire asylum seeker issue in our cities.
So I've heard that Denver crime went down. Well, Aurora's crime went up because you were also shipping them to Aurora. And we have documentation that I don't have time to discuss here in this hearing that proves you were shipping illegal aliens to Aurora. Their crime was increasing while you were hiding under laws that you will not demand be repealed, ordinance from your city. And then crime was going up from Trinidad Aragua gangs vandalizing apartment owners. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And I hope that we can get this resolved.
And remember, I did a video. Remember the gang, the Trinidad Aragua that she just mentioned. Remember, I did a video. Remember, they took over an entire apartment complex there, and the people were terrified, and the people who were able to moved out. So this is, if you know, continue to vote blue no matter who, and this is what you get. Prosperity says. Isaiah, yes, it is time for them to go. Hit that like button, folks, if you are enjoying this content. This is great. Oh my God. They all look so stupid. All right, let me see. I may show you another. And then I want to talk about how rotten the Democrats acted during Trump's speech. Let me see. Oh my God. I love all these short videos where they are just ripping them to shreds. Okay. And to continue to try and push the blame on someone else, that is totally unacceptable. Yeah, he's okay. Which one is this? Yeah, he's not. He didn't say anything that made any sense. He would not comply with the yes or no. Stacey Abrams, all these people that the Democrats have put up as the next this, that, or the other, they're dropping like flies. Testifies before House. All right. Okay, so defends spending on migrants. Of course he does. What a loser he is. Oh, I cannot wait. I told Miss Prosperity I could not wait until he is gone. All right. So you kind of get the gist of everything that took place. Yeah, the sparks were flying, and I absolutely loved it. All right. Okay, where are we here? So they're just getting started, and I love it. Okay, James, show the video of Grady with the cane. Oh, you want to see that one? Okay. Yeah. I have that one. Prosperity said Brandon was cited having he had some more panic attacks. Good. All right. So you want to, like I said, it's 6 hours. I just wanted to show you a few of the clips. I was going to show you one more. Brandon Johnson. Oh my God. He just lost his stuff. I loved it. And they all, you all remember those commercials. I think they were Southwest Airlines, Want to Get Away. Woo, they all look like it. All I could do is think of the Southwest commercials, and they all look like they were just ready to just run out of there. All right, let me see. Here's another. Okay. And as they're talking, again, Mayor Johnson is just totally oblivious to what they're asking. Okay, let me see. And I love it. Yeah, those sparks, woo, they were rough. And like I said, all these idiot mayors and governors that don't want to comply, as soon as you cut that federal money, they will get on board, I promise. All right, so yeah, okay, here we go. All right. Let me type in Brandon's name. Okay, here we go. There are several people running against Brandon Johnson. Anyone has got to be better. Brandon takes too many estrogen pills. Jay. Woo! That is hilarious. All right, let me see. If you're enjoying this, hit that little like button, that little thumb, share this out. I think I had an article even for you to watch. Let me see. All right. Brandon. What a disgrace. I'll show you one more Brandon video, and then I'll show you, I had a video to share with you on the Democrats and how they all acted like very small children, and they wouldn't stand, they wouldn't clap. One was thrown out. They are just losing it because the Curry Queen didn't win, they have just lost their marbles, what few they had. Oh, I love it. All right. Hamuna, how you doing, love? Prosperity said Brandon started off with his I have a dream. Oh my God. Oh boy, they lit into them. God, that was nice. God bless America. I loved every bit of it. All right, let me see. That Al Green is, oh, yeah, and he's waving his cane like, guy, you better go somewhere and sit down. I mean, what are you gonna do? And they all just acted like idiots the entire night. And I was just like, oh my God. All right, here's another. I'll share you another short clip on Johnson. I think he knows that his time is going to be over very soon, thank God. Okay, let me see. Johnson in DC. All right. All right, I'll share this with you and then we'll be done. All right, here we go. Here we go. Okay, and then we'll get out of here because I know you have to get up and go to work just like I do. Charles Brewer, lots of Democratic gatekeepers. Oh yeah, they are crashing out. For the
look at the nation's capital, where Mayor Johnson and the mayors of Boston, Denver, and New York have just finished testifying before a congressional committee on sanctuary cities. Paris Schutz attended today's hearing, joining us now live. Paris?
Sylvia, Mayor Brandon Johnson came to Washington. He faced 6 hours of grilling, and then he left. This oversight committee hearing just wrapping up about a half an hour ago. Johnson, along with mayors Wu of Boston, John Stun of Denver, and Eric Adams of New York, seeking to make the case that sanctuary protections actually make their cities safer, amid a very skeptical group of Republicans on the committee.
The cooperation of all people, regardless of their immigration status, is essential to achieving the city's goals of reducing crime and pursuing justice for victims.
Mayor Johnson and the three other mayors making the case that sanctuary protections make cities safe, noting 5-year drops in crime and studies showing undocumented residents are more likely to cooperate with police when they don't live in fear of deportation.
You mayors have responsibility, not just to your communities and the citizens you just want to serve, but by extension to the entire republic.
But Republican members of the House Oversight Committee vociferously disagreed, claiming the laws are illegal and leading to violence against American citizens. One congresswoman so unsatisfied with Johnson's answers, she took it a step further.
Which is why, unfortunately, based on your responses, I'm all going to be criminally referring you to the Department of Justice for investigation.
From the lone
Yes, it's finally happening. I wanted you to hear that. Okay, here we go.
Illinois member on the committee, a starkly different line of questioning, akin to a defense attorney leading his witness.
Condé Nast recently named Chicago the best big city in America 8 years in a row.
A friendly amendment, best freaking city in the world, city of Chicago.
Republican Congressman Brandon Gill from Texas sought to connect reports of Johnson's failure to disclose where gifts in a fifth-floor gift closet came from to his stance on sanctuary cities.
Do you know who gave the city of Chicago those?
Again, I was brought.
I'll take that as a no. I'm reclaiming my time.
Respond.
And we've already heard that, so I'll stop that. Let me pull up what I wanted to share with you with these god-awful Democrats and what they are awful. All right. And then we'll go. Anyone who had an opportunity to watch that first and how they acted, the disrespect. Oh my God. Was before his bleep. What'd you say, Prosperity? Imuna, no, they know they're full of crap. How you doing, Benita? Yeah, they were all lying. They couldn't give a straight answer to one. They wouldn't even answer yes or no questions. Chubbs, 5 little kids trying to justify their wrongdoing. They're a disgrace, and I hope the citizens of their cities vote them out. Oh my, that's my prayer. Imuna, Brandon had to even had those sneakers he left. No, he ran. Prosperity said it's not over, 8-man. Robert, I hope so. If I missed your questions, folks, charge it to my head, not my heart. But I just wanted to talk about this, and then we'll go of how they acted. And they acted like petulant children, is what they acted like. And they didn't even clap for if you all watched it, you know, there was a little 13-year-old boy who had cancer. And Trump made him an honorary, I don't know, he had a Secret Service, he had one of the Capitol Police or something, you know, make him, you know, an honorary officer or something like that. And they, again, those Democrats were sitting there, they looked evil. All of them, black, white, male, female, they looked horrible. And you mean to tell me you can't put party differences aside? You're the party that's supposed to love black people so much. You couldn't be happy and clap for this little black boy, 13 years old, cancer survivor. I just dropped a truth bomb. They were awful. All right, here we go.
You know, the Democrats' protest actually started.
And I was looking, you know what? I was looking at the military men, the Supreme Court. They were sitting on the side. Did anyone pay attention to that? Where they were in the front and the Democrats were behind. Yes, Mayor. Y'all, I'm getting ready to make me 4 hamburgers and watch movies or whatever. Okay, Charles, enjoy, love. Yeah, they made him a Secret Service agent. Right. But you have so much hate in your heart. You're the party that's always talking about you love black people and we give black people these positions. You had so much hatred in your heart that you couldn't clap your hands, you couldn't stand up. That's really sad. All right, here we go.
For the Democrats on the bipartisan escort committee, the group that walks the president in, did not show up for that job.
Did you all know that the Democrats on the bipartisan committee that are supposed to walk in with the president, they didn't even show up? Oh. Imuna, and what was going on with Pelosi's mouth moving all over the place? Imuna, Pelosi was looking for a drink. She looked horrible. And the mothers of the murdered children, right? Mayor, I was watching. Yeah, they didn't stand up. Lake and Riley, they didn't clap. And the other, people, oh my God, they didn't do anything. They have that much hate. That's really sad. Robert, they should have clapped for that little boy. Very ignorant. Yes. And he was black. And oh, we're the champions of Black Americans. But you have so much hate. God. Oh, yeah. U.S. Army. I just noticed they were sitting there in the front. They were all sitting there looking, paying just straight ahead. And the Democrats were behind them. Just, some were holding up signs. How you doing, Kelly Cole? Yes, they must go. U.S. Army. U.S. Army. I just know they just looked very stoic. They didn't seem to have any emotion. Like, okay, whatever's going on, whatever's being said, we're just here. The Supreme Court and the military, they were just, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you are enjoying this content. I know I am. Where were they? That women's kid that died in the right? They gave all the money to the illegals. They couldn't help the woman whose children died because of the cold, the elements. N.A. Color P. Prosperity. Aurelius, how about Pocahontas? Aurelius, she was sitting there on her cell phone the whole time. They were sitting there frowning. It was terrible. Sharice, I wish they had acknowledged the woman who was burned on the New York subway by an illegal. Yeah, Sharice. Yeah. Oh my God. Here we go.
The president touted the almost 100 executive orders, the 400 executive actions in 43 days that he said restored common sense. He spent a pretty good amount of time, as you mentioned, going through the specifics of what was found in DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency, singling out Elon Musk, listing the millions.
Did you hear how many times also that Trump called out the Democrats as they were sitting there acting stupid? Oh my God. Unbelievable. And he was calling them out on their nonsense. And they were just sitting there frowning and holding up those dumb signs. Oh my God. All right, here we go.
That were found in detail, and many of the Democrats held up signs saying Musk steals and false. But the best moment, emotional moment, was DJ, who's battling cancer. He wanted to be a police officer, and during the speech, the president said the Secret Service has made him an agent. Even in that moment, the gallery was split. There was a major announcement on shipbuilding, and actually during this speech, China announced a 7.2% increase in Chinese defense spending for this year. That's almost 15% over the last 2 years. He didn't single out China, but he did say they're close to a deal on Ukraine and Russia.
So we are back with our panel, Britt Hume, Dana Perino, Harold Ford Jr., and Larry Kudlow. There's also a letter from Zelensky, which we'll get to in just a moment. But Britt, let's get your thoughts. This was the longest speech. He is now the record holder for the longest speech to joint session of Congress, beating Bill Clinton.
This was the most boisterous, the longest, the most partisan speech I've ever heard a president give in this kind of setting, and I go back about maybe 50 years on this. I also think it may have been the most effective. I mean, if you ever doubted that Donald Trump is the colossus, the political colossus of our time and our nation, this night and this speech should have put that to rest. The Democrats seem to be falling into trap after trap after trap as he recognized these people and celebrated the people he pointed to in the gallery and their stories, while the Democrats sat glumly on their hands through all of that. It was a terrible look. Al Green's attempt to disrupt the speech was a.
And Trump said, and I'm going to pull that up. I think one of you asked for me to find. I'll find that clip of Al Green acting like an idiot. And Trump even said, this is a terrible look. And he said what I've been saying. They'll never win. How many of you remember Trump? He said it. You'll never win another election. I've been saying that. Jasmine needs to shut her mouth. Jasmine is the new Democratic mouthpiece. And she's a disgrace. Okay? Jasmine Crockett. Irina Uncensored, how you doing, love? Yeah, let me find. You wanted to see when they had him removed. Okay, Al Green, let me see. Okay, I found it. Let me show these people nuts. I found it. I mean, he looked just miserable. He was that miserable, he should have just stayed home. All right. And you know it was a terrible look. I won't show you any more of that. All right. Okay. I have enjoyed you. Let me show you. Al Green, because I think that's what I try to show you what you asked to see. And so let me show you. All right, here we go.
Small business optimism saw its single largest 1 month gain ever recorded, a 41-point jump.
Members are directed to uphold and maintain decorum in the House and to cease any further disruptions. That's your warning. Members are engaging in willful and continuing breach of decorum, and the chair is prepared to direct the Sergeant at Arms to restore order to the joint session. Mr. Green, take your seat. Take your seat, sir. Take your seat. Finding that members continue to engage in willful and concerted disruption of proper decorum, the chair now directs the Sergeant at Arms to restore order. Remove this gentleman from the chamber. Members are directed to uphold and maintain decorum in the House. Mr. President, you continue.
Yeah, and so he's 77 years old. What have I been telling you? He should be in Shady Pines, not sitting there listening to the president's address to Congress. Why is he even there? Term limits. Okay, he's just a crotchety old, cranky old man. Kelly, Law, not Texas. Al Green broke Wolfman J. And this is how they acted the entire night. Yes. And that fool Jasmine Crockett, she's sitting there holding her sign up. And with all the things, let me tell you something about Jasmine Crockett, because one of you said something earlier. She better leave Trump alone. Does she not have eyeballs to see what has happened to everyone who has attacked him? Okay. And some of them now are trying to keep themselves out of jail. She needs to keep her mouth shut, but she keeps, what do they call, poking the bear? And she knows her hands are not clean either. Now look at Stacey Abrams. Okay. So she needs to go on, continue following her Democratic agenda and leave him alone. He's not thinking about her. He's trying to get the country back on track. Hit the like button and the subscribe button, folks, if you are enjoying. Kelly, I think you're new here. Hit that subscribe button, please, if you are enjoying this content. Yeah, he's trying. He doesn't have time for that nonsense. She, just like Al, sitting up here crashing for the Democrats. They're not going to be there for you. Stop it. You're making yourself look like idiots. You know, and if you're that miserable, you hate Trump that much, you should have just stayed home. All right. So I wanted to show you that. And let me show you what else. They were, oh my God. I watched the whole thing. I stayed up to watch watch it in its entirety. And they were awful. And I was just like, oh my God. All right. Let me see if show you. Let me see.
Citizens.
I won't play all of it, but I wanted to play some the whole. I want you to see when they are look at the right side and then look over here on the left. The Democrats are there just like bumps on logs. Look at everyone else.
Six weeks ago, I stood beneath the dome of this Capitol and proclaimed the dawn of the golden age of America. From that moment on, it has been nothing but swift and unrelenting action to usher in the greatest and most successful era in the history of our country. We have accomplished more in 43 days than most administrations accomplished in 4 years or 8 years, and we are just getting started.
Watch as they pan the room. And again, the right side is jubilant. The left side is like a cemetery.
I return to this chamber tonight to report that America's momentum is back, our spirit is back, our pride is back, our confidence is back, and the American dream is surging bigger and better than ever before. The American dream is unstoppable, and our country is on the verge of a comeback, the likes of which the world has never witnessed and perhaps will never witness again. There's never been anything like it. The presidential election of November 5th was a mandate like has not been seen in many decades. We won all 7 swing states, giving us an electoral college victory of 312 votes.
Those idiots just sitting out there like corpses holding up those dumb signs. That's today's Democratic Party, folks. And again, he'll never win another election. They're too stupid to realize, as I said, this last election was a referendum from the American people. And just let them keep on with this poor behavior. They'll lose the 2026. They'll lose the midterms as well. Let them keep on. Don't stop. Keep doing what you're doing, expecting different results.
We won the popular vote by big numbers and won counties in our country.
You see that? Ought to be a crime. Let me see if I get you to another part. And he just kept cutting his eyes over there. They were just acting like idiots the entire time.
I also signed an executive order to ban men from playing in women's sports. Three years ago, Peyton McNabb was an all-star high school athlete, one of the best, preparing for a future in college sports. But when her girls' volleyball match was invaded by a male, he smashed the ball so hard in Peyton's face, causing traumatic brain injury, partially paralyzing her right side and ending her athletic career. It was a shot like she's never seen before. She's never seen anything like it. Peyton is here tonight in the gallery, and Peyton, from now on, schools will kick the men off the girls' team, or they will lose all federal funding. And if you really want to see numbers, just take a look at what happened in the women's boxing, weightlifting, track and field, swimming, or cycling, where a male recently finished a long-distance race 5 hours and 14 minutes ahead of a woman for a new record by 5 hours. broke the record by 5 hours. It's demeaning for women, and it's very bad for our country. We're not going to put up with it any longer.
Woo! Nancy's looking like, where's my drink? What was going on with Nancy? She looked horrible. Oh my God, where is it? Did everyone see how poorly she looked? She looked horrible. She wouldn't clap. She sat there. She looked like she was constipated. Look at her. Where's my drink? Florida. Florida has her drinks in the comments. Florida, you've been cutting up all day. I'm going to have to put you in timeout. Woo! Yes, Kelly, term limits. Brazil Olympics. They had men in Williamsport. Yes. Oh, Mary said chewing her cud. Oh my God. I'm hoping that JD Vance will run. I'm sure he will, Tina, and he's youthful and young enough to do. I'm thinking that's the plan. And the way the Democrats, they're talking about Kamala's going to run 2028. Now they're talking about that ghetto Jasmine Crockett. None of these people are going to win. Stop. Democrats, save your money. Don't even run, okay? Just forget it. You're good.
What I have just described is only a small fraction of the common sense revolution that is now, because of us, sweeping the entire world. Common sense has become a common theme, and we will never go back. Never going to let that happen. Among my very highest priorities is to rescue our economy and get dramatic and immediate relief to working families. As you know, we inherited from the last administration an economic catastrophe and an inflation nightmare.
Yep.
Their policies drove up energy prices, pushed up grocery costs, and drove the necessities of life out of reach for millions and millions of Americans. They've never had anything like it. We suffered the worst inflation in 48 years, but perhaps even in the history of our country. They're not sure. As president, I'm fighting every day to reverse this damage and make America affordable again. Joe Biden especially let the price of eggs get out of control. The egg price is out of control. And we're working hard to get it back down. Secretary, do a good job on that. You inherited a total mess from the previous administration. Do a good job.
Amuna says Kamala needs to go sit her down somewhere until she can figure out what ethnicity she belongs. Oh, Amuna, she knows. You just saw someone walk out, one of those Dems walk out with the shirt resist on. They acted, I wish they could have removed all of them. I mean, come on. And again, folks, let them continue with this behavior. Please let them continue. 40 ounce in nasty Nancy sauce. Kelly. Kelly says she had a 40. Nancy has a 40 ounce in her socks. Oh my God. So this, yeah. Her denture. Florida said her denture. What's wrong with her dentures? Woo, this is great. And let me get to the part. You know, he already, let me show you Elizabeth Warren. Oh, what a disgrace.
To further combat inflation, we will not only be reducing the cost of energy, but will be ending the flagrant waste of taxpayer dollars. And to that end, I have created the brand new Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE. Perhaps you've heard of it. Perhaps.
Thank you so much, Monique, for the super chat. You're kind of amazing too. And you know you're a big part of what we do here on this channel, and we're glad that you're here with us. And I just sent you some hearts in the comment section. Chubb said, then again, Nancy's diaper could have been too tight. Chubb's tight, too tight or full. Oh my God. And so I wanted to show you
Which is headed by Elon Musk.
I wanted to show you where the little kid was standing, and everyone's standing, and look at them. Look at these idiots. I won't play it because most of you have seen it. Thank you, Charles. This is how they acted. Look at her. Look at her. Where's my drink? And again, folks, you know, just like I know, Democrats are not for Americans. Look at J.D. Vance. He keeps cutting his eyes over there. And they knew before this started that they were going to act like idiots. They know what they're dealing with. Yeah, Jasmine Crockett, she, you know what? And let me tell you people, if she keeps this up, poking the bear, Trump's going to turn on her, and she's probably going to wind up in some trouble. Then she's going to be out here. Oh, look, I told you he's racist. He's attacking me because I'm black. No, he's attacking you because you're stupid. Leave him alone. He's not thinking about you. He's trying to get the country back where it needs to be. She continues to poke the bear. She will not get off Trump. She's staying on that Democratic script that she's been handed. So guess how you doing, Zelly? So when things come crash, does she not see everyone who went after Trump? Their lives are in dire straits right now. Does she not see that? I wouldn't try to go after Trump with a 69.5-foot pole, as the Grinch would say. Everyone who went, if I'm wrong, tell me. All these people, particularly black women, that the Democratic Party stuck up to go against Trump. Look at what's going on with them now. No, ma'am, no, sir. If people aren't able to see where the providential hand of God is involved, that's their problem. I can see it. Okay? I can see it. And I would not try to go against him. This is who God has appointed. We know the Democrats are satanic and evil and vile. That's why they can't see it. That's why they're still doing the same thing. Yes, just leave the man alone. And like I said, she's, you know, if he comes after her, look at those idiots. Look at them. Look at this. They're holding up signs. Save Medicaid, false. Musk steals, lies. Look at these people. They're nuts. You can't. What are you going to do? So childish, yes, they are very much so. Right, Tina? I said they'll never win. Trump said it last night, and I've been saying it for months. They're never going to win. Okay, where are we? And there's RFK. I wanted to show you the little kid. That was so touching. And they wouldn't, the champion of black people. And look at this idiot holding his pay your taxes. And doesn't she know he is ignoring? He doesn't care what she's doing or saying. He doesn't care. She's sitting there holding up a sign. Get out of here. You can't fix stupid U.S. Army. You can't. So look at that. Look at the left side. Look at the right side. I wanted to show you. Look at that. Look at this idiot. Just grow up. You lost. The Curry Queen lost. Get over it. I'll get to the part with the little boy, and then okay, we'll go. Everyone's having a good time, and they're acting like idiots, of course. They're Laken Riley's mother, and that's sad. Oh my God. And sister. Oh.
Young angel. People poured into the United States. Many of them were murderers, human traffickers, gang members, and other criminals from the streets of dangerous cities all throughout the world. Because of Joe Biden's insane and very dangerous open border policies, they are now strongly embedded in our country, but we are getting them out and getting them out fast. And I want to thank Tom Homan and Christy. I want to thank you and Paul of Border Patrol. I want to thank you. What a job they've all done. Everybody, Border Patrol, ICE, Lord.
Caesar, interesting you should say that, because that's not even her background. She's not from the hood, and she went to I think, didn't she go to an Ivy League college? And it's like she's trying, what they're trying to do, folks. Let me tell you what they're trying to do. She's their next appointed person to try and bring Black Americans back onto the Democratic plantation. So she feels to relate to Black people, she has to talk that hood talk. Well, I don't respond to hood talk, and I'm not voting for Democrats anyway, but I'm saying, look at, she's highly educated, but look at how they have her talking. How you doing, Lanita? And again, all of the other Democratic shills, they failed. So she's the next appointed person playing dumb down games. Yes, Carly, trying to make it seem like she's trying to do like Kamala did. Remember Kamala, when she was talking to Taraji, she was like, yeah, girl, I've been in these streets, trying to talk like she thinks Black people want her, to hear her talking, so she'll appear to be cool, like she's part of Black America, when we knew she wasn't. Jasmine Crockett has now picked up the gauntlet, and now she's doing it, because that's not her normal talk. But when she's up there, she's trying to be sister girl, big mouth. Yeah, she's a clown, and she's a shield and a puppet. And again, if she gets caught up in some nonsense and winds up indicted or whatever, I'm not marching for her. I don't give a care. She's just another Democratic shield in my book. Goodbye, good riddance. Jasmine is hood, like Tia, so just Immuna, but Immuna, for her, it's an act. The Democrats are trying to use her to pull Black people back onto the plantation. They think that's what appeals to all Black Americans, but they're going to find out no one's thinking about Jasmine Crockett. And if she is, winds up under indictment or whatever happens to her, no one cares, and no one's marching. They're trying to get Black people out in the streets. No one's marching. No, they're not.
Enforcement in general is incredible. We have to take care of our law enforcement. Have to. Last year, a brilliant 22-year-old nursing student named Laken Riley, the best in her class, admired by everybody, went out for a jog on the campus of the University of Georgia. That morning, Laken was viciously attacked, assaulted, beaten, brutalized, and horrifically murdered. Laken was stolen from us by a savage illegal alien gang member who was arrested while trespassing across Biden's open southern border and then set loose into the United States under the heartless policies of that failed administration. It was indeed a failed administration.
Yep.
He had then been arrested and released in a Democrat-run sanctuary city, a disaster.
Yep.
Before ending the life of this beautiful young angel. With us this evening are Lakin's beloved mother, Allison, and her sister, Lauren. Last year, I told Lakin's grieving parents that we would ensure their daughter would not have died in vain. That's why the very first bill I signed into law as your 47th president mandates the detention of all dangerous criminal aliens who threaten public safety. It's a very strong, powerful act. Being totally destroyed.
All right, here's a little kid that I was telling you about if you didn't see it. Now, remember, the Democrats, the champion of Black America, they looked over here at him like he was the devil. They didn't clap. They didn't stand for a child who battled cancer. That's heartless. Oh, my God. Because I kept checking to see. I was like, okay, I see how they're doing Trump. Let me see how they do these other people. Same thing.
Joining us in the gallery tonight is a young man who truly loves our police. His name is DJ Daniel. He is 13 years old, and he has always dreamed of becoming a police officer.
Oh.
But in 2018, DJ was diagnosed with brain cancer. The doctors gave him 5 months at most to live. That was more than 6 years ago. Since that time, DJ and his dad have been on a quest to make his dream come true, and DJ has been sworn in as an honorary law enforcement officer, actually a number of times. The police love him, the police departments love him. And tonight, DJ, we're going to do you the biggest honor of them all. I am asking our new Secret Service Director, Sean Curran, to officially make you an agent of the United States Secret Service.
Okay, so again, look at the Democrats. They're sitting there. Remember, the champions of Black America. Yes, this is priceless Immuna. Yes, but what they need to do, what Trump and the Republicans need to do is pan around and for the midterms, the next presidential election, replay this. Show them this is who you're voting for. Okay, they have so much hatred they can't even celebrate a 13-year-old cancer survivor. Okay. That's the sweetest. Right, Mayor, but he's a racist. He's not doing a very good job. Right, Baldwin. They're sitting there looking at him, rolling their eyes. Yes, Tina's daughter went to college with Lake and Riley. Oh my God. Charles, hey, y'all remember when Jim Crow, Joe Biden, and Kamala Harris was in charge? Right. The Dems were happy, laughing. Life was good. Thank God that terrible reign is over. Lanita, the Dems only care about A, B, C, D, and illegals. They are a lost cause at this point. Their policies are yeah, they'll never win. Oh, prosperity. Yeah, his dad is in his life, and that's a good thing. Yeah. They didn't even clap for DJ, the champion of Black America. They sat there with disdain on their faces. Get out of here. Again, Trump and the Republicans, keep this footage. Okay? They expose themselves as the party of wicked. Caesar, yes. Again, you put party aside. You're celebrating a 13-year-old kid who had brain cancer. You can't celebrate that because you have all that hate in your heart? I would never want to be a part of that. No way. Kelly said, on mute, stay mute. Right, exactly. Stay that way. 2026 midterms, next presidential election. Stay on mute. That's right. I agree, Kelly. Yeah, they have revenge on their mind and they don't get it. All this crap that you support, the American people don't support. So your party is dying. That's why you have imploded. How you doing, Brenda? Hit the like button for me. Oh, we're almost at 80. Can I get 2 more people to hit the like button? And that's what we've been saying. They're stuck on stupid, which is good for America. I'm fine with it. We don't need them in power. Can you imagine if the Curry Queen had won, where we would be? Oh my God. We all need to go to church Sunday and thank God that she did not win. Many of us did too, Tina. Very emotional. Yeah. It was beautiful, but you can't celebrate it because of the hate in your heart. And that's a problem. They would have been clapping for an illegal instead of that. Robert gets it. Robert. The little boy is an American. Now, had this little boy been an illegal, the Democrats would have been standing and clapping. Yes. What we've been saying for months. Yes, that's the problem. Yes. Kelly said, I will never forget $750 for the storm victims. Kelly, I hope no one forgets. I'm with you. And you spent billions on non-citizens, on our tax money. I'll never forget that. Never, ever. Like Trump said, God saved his life so he could save it. Chubbs, you know, you've been here for a long time. I've been saying the providential hand of God was involved in saving Trump's life. And he is who God is using to save this country. So is he perfect? No, because he's human. But he's doing a doggone good job. They're still furious. Yes, Mayor, they're mad about everything. And they're going to keep losing more and more of the black vote because people are not paying attention to Jasmine Crockett. Amuna says exactly, Miss Lynn. Democrats are done. They're just diabolical. Yeah, that was diabolical. Then Lake and Riley and her mother were there. Her mother, you could tell, looked like she was going to cry. And her sister. Do you think they clapped or stood up? No. They have too much hate. Charles, hey, y'all. I remember working in Chicago, Illinois on the South Side for $3.35 an hour. Oh, I was 16 years old or something. Y'all, I'm 56 years old now. That was a long time. That's okay, Charles. You're still here, honey, and we're glad. Wow. So I'm going to go. I wanted to talk about the sanctuary cities. And I haven't watched all 6 hours, but I will continue. I thoroughly enjoyed it. like I thoroughly enjoyed having you here. Yeah. Oh, yeah, William, the rhinos are coming out of the woodworks. You're not joking. Lanita said Dems are anti-American, anti-woman, anti-family unit, pro-training agenda, pro-illegal, and anti-moral. Right, Lanita. I wish someone, if I was close to Trump, he needs to disband the Congressional Black Caucus. They need to go. Get rid of them. Yes, prosperity. We're gonna get out of here in a couple of minutes. I enjoyed all of you, really, I did. And I'll come back on soon, probably tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. I'll be back on tomorrow. And hey, if you're enjoying this content, share it with a family member, a friend. I love coming on here talking about pertinent issues because I want to know how you feel. Robert, if they wanted to make up for things they should have tried to honor Robert, right? But when you have that much, Robert, when you have that much hate, you don't even have a soul. You're just soulless. All you live for is hate. William, I made $1 an hour and 69 part-time as a kid. Wow, William. Good night, Miss Rowland in the chat. Great. Chubbs, thank you. Chubbs, thank you for sending that email. But I was going to talk about this though. Thank you so much. Good night, everyone. Thank you. Yes, all of you. I enjoyed all of you. We're leaving now. I'll be back. Make sure you're back here tomorrow, 8:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Charles, I remember those days back in Chicago, Illinois in the 80s. Music, car wash. Yes. Brenda, no, I've been busy trying to find out what's going on. Charles, I went to Chicago in the late 80s. Everyone have a blessed night. Thank you, Ms. Lynn, for great content. Love you. Love you too, Immunity. Yeah. I enjoyed all of you. And everyone, please be safe. If you're not too tired or if you're not busy tomorrow, drop in for the live stream. We're going to keep on pressing. We're not stopping. We're going to continue to expose these frauds, these traitors against America. They have got to go. We're going to continue to give them the boot. They've done nothing but destroy this country, and they need to go. Tomorrow, about 6:30 p.m. ish, about 6:30 probably. The Black Caucus is made up of immigrants. That's why they're pro-immigrant. Get rid of it. All right. Oh yeah, music therapy. I may be talking about her tomorrow. I got to see what she's up to because supposedly she dropped something else. So I need to find out what's going on with her. But I'll be on tomorrow. So, how do you want me to post it, Brenda? Brenda said, "Please post this live stream for me." I'm not sure what you're asking, love. You can post it. You can just hit the share button and that will copy the link and then you can paste it on your Facebook page or you can text it to someone, dear. If that's what you're asking. I think that's what you're asking. And things are looking better. And don't forget, don't stop believing. Woo, you have got me singing Journey. See you tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. Yes. Yes, Brenda, all you do is hit the share button and that will copy the link and then you can share it on Facebook and tell people to hit the like button and the subscribe button. Thank you so much, love. I appreciate you. All right, you know where I'm going now. Yeah, take care. See you tomorrow evening. Thank you again for spending your very valuable time here at the Rollins Reviews YouTube channel. You know where I'm going now, straight to the comment section. I'll talk to you as long as you're there. Thank you, Brenda. I do try to sing a little bit. Fleetwood Mac usually is what but I love, let me sing some Carly Simon because I can't wait till the Democrats lose the midterms in 2026. I can't wait until the Democrats lose the presidency in 2028. Anticipation. It's making me wait. I can't wait. I love this bad behavior. Let them keep it up. The bloodletting will continue. They're going to continue to lose people. Tell them keep doing what you're doing. I love it. Blessings to all of you. All right. And I'm going to the chat section to talk to you right now.